After watching this JavaScript function tutorial video, you will be well on your way to move from zero to mastery in JavaScript function. Imagine you are the boss of a company and you have a secretary who helps you with tasks. You want to send a letter to a client, but you don't have time to write it yourself. So you ask your secretary to write the letter for you. In this scenario, your secretary is like a JavaScript function. You give them a set of instructions, which is known as input, and they follow a set of steps to produce a result, which is known as output. The secretary's task of writing the letter is like a function that takes in some information, which can be the company name, date, and message, and produces a letter as an output. So now let's see the syntax for declaring a JavaScript functions in action. In order to declare a function, you have to firstly write a function keyword, then followed by the function name, open parenthesis, then curly braces. Then inside the curly braces, we are going to have the code to be executed. Then let me add a comment here. After that, we are now going to call the function. Now, this function is a keyword for declaring a function, while this is the function name and the code to be executed. Then we are going to call the function outside the block by writing the function name, then open parenthesis and close the parenthesis. Then you terminate it by semicolon. Now that you understand the JavaScript syntax for declaring a function, it's now time to start with an example. For instance, if I want to declare a function for greeting someone, so I'm going to add the function keyword, then followed by the function name. The function name is going to be say hello. Then I'm going to close parenthesis. Then the code to be executed is going to be in these curly braces. So I'm going to log it in the console. So I'm going to write console.log. In this console, so I'm going to display the message. So I'm going to terminate it with semicolon. Then outside the block, I'm going to call the function. Then I'm going to open and close the parenthesis, terminate it by semicolon. So let's talk about parameters and arguments in JavaScript. Parameter is a variable declaration in the function name, while argument is the value passed when the function is called. So I'm going to pass a parameter here, and the parameter I'm going to pass here is going to be first name. Then here in these curly braces, inside this console, I'm going to concatenate it. Then I'm going to write first name. Then I'm going to add extra space here. So you can see in the console it is saying hello undefined. This is because the parameter has been declared, but the argument is not yet declared. So here I'm going to add the arguments. The first name here is going to be John. So you have to put it in a string. This is the output, hello John. As you can see, this is the output. So that's all about JavaScript parameters and arguments. So let us continue. Let's talk about return statements in JavaScript. So I'm going to declare a function as usual, and the function name is going to be add numbers. Then I'm going to give it a curly braces. Then in the curly braces, I'm going to add in return. So here in this function name, I'm going to add x, y. Here I'm going to write return x plus y. And you terminate it by this semicolon. In order to display the value, firstly you need to call the function, and the function name is add numbers. We've passed the parameters here. As you can see, we have two parameters here. Likewise, we are going to pass two arguments since we have two parameters. So the first argument is going to be 20, then comma, while the second argument is going to be 30. You can write anything you like there. So I'm going to terminate it with semicolon. To make it easy, I can simply turn this one into a variable. So I'm going to select sum equal to add numbers. Then I'm going to display it in the console. So I'm going to write console.log. I'm going to call the variable name. So the variable is sum. As you can see, this is the output in the console. So that's all about JavaScript return statements. Let's talk about arrow functions in JavaScript. The arrow function works just like the traditional function, except that the syntax is somehow different a little bit. So let's see the syntax for declaring an arrow function. So you are going to declare a variable and write any variable name that you like. So I can give it a variable name of info equal to, and you are going to add parentheses here. Then you write equal to again. Then you give it a right angle brackets. Then you give it a curly braces. Then in the curly braces, so you are going to log the code to be executed in the console. Feel free to write anything that you like, but this is what is going to be logged in the console. So I'm going to call the variable declared, that is the name of the variable, which is info. Then I'm going to add parentheses. As you can see, it has been displayed in the console. This is an arrow function, and you can write anything you like here. Take for instance, if I change it to good day, the value is also going to change as well. You can see. So that is how arrow function works in JavaScript. Make sure you always terminate it with semicolon here. Let's talk about anonymous function in JavaScript. Anonymous function is any function declared without a specific name. So let's see the example of an anonymous function. To declare an anonymous function, so I'm going to add a variable. So the variable is going to be salute. So it's going to be function, then you're going to give it this parentheses, then open curly braces. Then in the curly braces, you are going to add the code to be executed in the console. You are going to write console.log you are welcome. So to call the function, I'm going to write the variable name, which is salute. So I'm going to put it in the parentheses. As you can see, so it has been displayed, you are welcome. So always add semicolon at the end, terminate it. Let's see another example of anonymous function. This time around, I'm going to write set timeout. I'm going to give it the parentheses. So then I'm going to write function. I'm going to open parentheses, then curly braces. Inside the curly braces, I'm going to write the code to be executed. So I'm going to write a new day. So I'm going to add comma here. I'm going to write 3000. So now let me refresh it and see. The essence of this set timeout keyword is that, so after 3 seconds, this block of code is going to be executed in the console. So now let me refresh it and see how it works. You can see that it displays after 3 seconds. Let me do it once again so that you can see it clearly. You can see that this code displays after 3 seconds. So that's another way of declaring an anonymous function using set timeouts. Let's talk about immediately invoked function expressions in JavaScript. So let's give it a function keyword. It's going to be an anonymous function. So then the code to be executed in the console. So I'm going to write hello world. So it's going to be in the string. So now, in order to call this function, so I'm going to select everything and put everything in the parentheses, as well as I'm going to close it with another parenthesis again, and the code is going to be displayed in the console. As you can see, this is how immediately invoked function expressions work. That is IIFE. Based on everything we've covered in this video, let me know your opinion in this section below. If this video has been very helpful to you, I create different videos on JavaScript topics. Let me know if you want me to create any video for you, and I'll be ready to do that. Just drop your comments in the section below. Also, give this video a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel and turn on the post notification bell so that each time I upload a new video, you'll be the first person to be updated. Thanks for watching. See you in my next video.